Dear students, welcome you in my first topic of animal kingdom, that is phylum Porifera. Today I will discuss in its first part the introduction of porifers. As you know, the phylum includes, phylum is a taxonomic category, below the rank of kingdom and above the rank of class. So phylum is a taxonomic category next to kingdom but above the level of class. So this phylum contains many classes and the phylum is organized together to make a kingdom. Here today's topic is about those organisms that belongs to the phylum Porifera. So in Porifera, it includes all those organisms which are multicellular, sessile, colonial, diploblastic, acylomatic, protostome, invertebrates. So in phylum Porifera, the organisms are multicellular, sessile, colonial, diploblastic, acylomates, protostomic, invertebrates. These organisms are characterized by the presence of aquiferous system, cellular level of organization, totipotency, plasticity, and presence of mineralized skeleton secreted by special cells in their bodies called scleroblastic cells. So in phylum Porifera, it includes all those organisms whose body is multicellular. Such animals cannot move. They make colonies. Their body is formed of two germ layers. Their body lacks coelom and their alimentary canal is absent but belongs to protostome invertebrates whose mouth is first formed from the blastophore. These organisms are having a unique characteristic feature, that is canal system, which is also called an aquiferous system, cellular level of organization. Their cells show totipotency. All the organisms in animal kingdom, once the cell becomes differentiated, the cell will not revert back, assumes it is totipotency. But in phylum Porifera, there is an archaeocyte, a cell. Once the cell gets differentiated, the cell reverts back, assumes it is totipotency again. This is only found in phylum Porifera. And during stress environmental conditions, when their colony gets broken down, a small fragment, a small piece can reorganize, recolonize to form a new colony. And the presence of mineralized skeleton, they extract minerals from the seawater, especially by the scleroblastus, and secrete two types of skeleton, that is a calcareous skeleton and siliceous skeleton. On the basis of calcareous and siliceous skeleton, the organisms are classified as Calcarea and Hexactinellera because of the presence of skeleton. And this skeleton is secreted by special cells present within their body, that is called as scleroblastic cells. Earlier, these porifers were called plants because they are plant-like creatures. But it was John Ellis who first recognized them as animals. The animal nature of porifers was given by John Ellis. As these organisms are animals, because their body is multicellular, they can produce sex cells. The organisms are heterotrophs, and their cells lack cell wall. That is why they are animals. The animal nature of poriferans is because of their multicellular body. They can produce sex cells, heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and the cells lack cell wall. These are the characteristic features in animals. While they are different from other animals, because these animals are sessile. Means they cannot move. They are asymmetrical. Their body lacks tissues, organ system, level of organization. That is why they differ from other animals. They are like animals because of their multicellular body, heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and their cells lack cell wall. They are different from other animals as these animals are sessile, these are asymmetrical, and their body is made up of cells, but the cells do not organize to make tissues, nor they make organ system level of organization. This is absent in porifers. That is why they are different from other groups of animals. Now, let us come to the point. Phylum Porifera, as name indicates, porifera. Porifera means pore bearers. As their body is having many pores, but the pores are of two types. One type of pore system is called ostia and another is called osculum. Ostia is an inhalent pore. Ostia is an inhalent pore, while osculum is an exhalent pore. These animals take water, nutrients and gases through the ostia and remove waste materials like carbon dioxide and other wastes through a single opening that is called osculum. As these animals are acoelomatous, but these animals are having a large body cavity that is called spongiocele, and that spongiocele opens to the external environment through the osculum. In some animals there is a single exhalent pore that is called oscula. There is a single exhalent pore that is called osculum, while in some groups of animals there are two openings. There are two exhalent pores. That means they have two osculum. Poriferans are, as you know, these are pore-bearing animals. As their body is having many pores, the pores are numerous, small, minute. These are called ostia, inhalent pores. Through these pores they take water, nutrients and gases. While osculum is an exhalent pore. It may be single or a double. In some species it is single, and in some groups of animals they are two or more in number. These are also called sponges. Porifers are also called sponges because they behave like a sponge. Because they behave like a sponge, as their body is soft, flexible, elastic, plastic, with numerous pores. That is why they are called sponges, because their body behaves like a sponge, as their body is very soft, flexible, elastic, plastic, and with numerous pores. So the animals belongs to the phylum Porifera. They are mostly marine. About 99% sponges are marine. Only 1% are freshwater. Only 1% is freshwater. The freshwater family is Spongelidae, which includes animals Spongilla and Radiospongilla. Spongilla and Radiospongilla. These are freshwater sponges. 99% sponges are marine. Only 1% are freshwater. It belongs to the family Spongelidae, which includes animals Spongilla and Radiospongilla. If the marine members are extracted from the seawater and we put them in fresh water, such animals quickly die because of osmoregulatory problems. That means marine forms cannot survive in freshwater, nor the freshwater ones can survive in marine water. As the body fluids of freshwater animals are hypertonic, while in the marine they are isosmotic. The animals that live in marine water, all the poriferans that live in the marine water, their cells, the environment of cells inside is isosmotic. This osmoregulatory level gets imbalanced when we extract these animals and we put them in fresh water. They cannot survive. While the freshwater ones cannot survive in marine water, also the problem occurs in the osmoregulation. That means marine ones survive only in marine water and freshwater can survive in only fresh water. Besides, when we extract them from the seawater, their pores get closed. Their pores get closed with air, and this becomes the reason they die. Their pores get closed, their pores get blocked with the air, and they cannot survive on land. Third point is the sponges are called hotels of life. Hotels of life, because these sponges provide space, shelter, food to other forms of life. Other forms of life like bacteria, shrimps, and other arthropods. The sponges became the house of shrimps bacteria. The bacteria can harbor inside the colony of sponges. They shelter. These sponges provide them shelter, provide them space, and also the food. But bacteria, most of the bacteria and the sponges live in a symbiotic association, as the most bacteria can convert nitrogen gas into useful nitrogen that is very essential for the survival of other forms of life. Most bacteria that live in association with the sponges can convert the nitrogen gas into the useful nitrogen, and also cyanobacteria, which is a co-evolutionary partner of sponges, evolved along with the sponges about 600 million years ago. They are co-evolutionary partners of sponges. Thank you.
तो युकुतुगु